All right, welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. The 39th edition of the Run Barbados takes place this weekend. Mara and George are on the scene in Barbados covering the event, and they sent us this report a bit earlier.
Definitely extremely excited to be back here with the new route for the 39th running of what I'm very proud to say is the SportsMax Run Barbados Marathon 2022. So we at the BTMI, the race directors, all the international athletes, the international media, we are really excited to be able to host this once again. This is the biggest marathon in the Caribbean. I think we are very correct with our numbers when we say that. So to put an event of this magnitude on an event that speaks to sports, an event that speaks to people, an event that speaks to locals, an event that's part of the tourism product of Barbados is really a great feeling just to be back here doing this all again in 2022.
It's that time of year again. We are in Barbados for the SportsMax Run Barbados Marathon, the first since the COVID-19 pandemic hit. Pandemic not yet over, but life has to continue. And the organizers have set us on the way, Mariah, for another cracking event.
I can't wait. You know, I've been here for the event.
You've walked the course already, haven't you?
I know, and oh George, you're in for a treat. You know, I know it's your first time for the Run Barbados Marathon, and I can guarantee you, you're in for a treat. You know, there's so many activities, so much things coming to life here.
Yeah, we are literally 30 feet away from the start line, and I can say literally 30 feet because I counted it just now. We are 30 feet away from where the race will start and finish. Of course, it's Barbados, so there is no deadline straight 26-mile course for the competitors to run to cover the marathon distance of 26.2 miles. But there is a course that starts right here in St. Andrew, Parish St. Andrew, Mariah, that will take them south, then they'll turn and come back, and they'll do that for the number of times that it takes them to complete the 41.12 kilometers or 26.2 miles course of the marathon.
Definitely, and speaking about the course, I need to add here, you know, the scenery that they will be witnessing as they complete their course. You know, it's extremely beautiful. We're shooting here, and you know, I can just hear the waves crashing just in front of me. Of course, this beautiful beach, George. So apart from competing, you're in for such beauty.
Yeah, and there are competitors from all over the world who will be descending on Barbados this year for the marathon. As Mariah said, they're drawn by the beauty of the location. Sea on one side, the hills on the other side, great people lining the route. And the fact is that this marathon, the winner will complete in about 2 hours, 44 minutes thereabout. The course record is 2 hours, 22 minutes and 33 seconds. Not sure if anyone is in that kind of shape to get there, but wouldn't it be good that the first marathon after COVID gives us a record in the men's and women's sections?
Yeah, I'm looking forward for a record. And you spoke about being in shape. You know, I had the opportunity to just chat with a couple of people that were here. And of course, they've been training for this. They've been eating properly. They've been training in the gym. You know, one person that I spoke to, a competitor, he was saying that, you know, he picked up the love for running during the COVID-19 pandemic. So, you know, it's a newfound love, but he's looking forward to see how best he can execute and maybe pick up one of the medals.
Yeah.
Well, with me, Joella Ming. He goes by the name Iceman on Hot 93. Joel, your first time here for the Run Barbados Marathon. How excited are you?
Very excited because this is actually my second official race, if you want to say. I only picked up the sport maybe about 2 years ago as we started the pandemic and all that. And I just grew to love it. So here we are in the beautiful Barbados. I haven't been here for a while. So yes, a lot of things to be excited about.
Yeah, so I've been here in 2019. Did anybody tell you about the level of competition?
Not quite. Maybe you can tell me, I'm not sure. But I see a lot of folks here, a lot of cyclists who are doing running as well too. So it looks like it's going to be pretty stiff.
Yeah, Joel, as a fellow Trini, definitely rooting for you, but it's some top-class performances in the Run Barbados Marathon. What are you looking forward to most as, you know, a first-time participant?
Finishing one, obviously. And pretty much all the activities they have, you know, sort of around the entire event, all the cooking stuff, the entertainment, Alison Hines and a lot of the Bajan artists as well too. So it's pretty much how we do it here in the Caribbean. We kind of combine sports with entertainment and all that. I'm looking forward to that.
But the marathon in its 39th year is an internationally recognized marathon. So we do know that there are international runners here who have flown into for the entire marathon series. This is a marathon that, although it may come from Little Barbados, is quite internationally known and quite big in the marathon series. And the reason is because of the uniqueness that the marathon continues to provide. I mean, this year we've added another element of uniqueness, bringing it to the East Coast here of Barbados. But for many, many years before, we ran it through our historic city of Bridgetown. And that factor alone, just running in the sun, coming for the fun, has taken the marathon into its 39th year. So we looked at marathons around the world. We looked at marathons in New York, in the eastern United States. We looked at marathons in Hawaii. And we really found that the marathons that really drew people in, that people literally flew in, were those that blended the landscape with the culture and the history of the actual destination. And what fitting place than the East Coast of Barbados.
How has preparations for this competition been?
Always try to be running, not as much as you'll be running the day of the race, but keep on going. And your head, it's really important for that. You have to exercise as well as your head as your body.
So it's competition day, Run Barbados Marathon. It's time for your event. How do you prepare?
Physically, just try to run as much as you can, not bringing your body to the limit, but trying to do it hard. That's the way you have to do it.
Do you think you'll be able to finish the race? Because that's, many people's goal, just to finish. Or you think you're going to walk away with one of those shiny medals?
I will hope so, but no. I know I can't get one of those shiny medals, but I want to do a good time here. Well, maybe I'm running 10K, so it's going to be maybe 45 or 50 minutes.
So moving the race to the East Coast, bringing them to a destination race where they can actually see features of the destination, breathe that fresh Atlantic air, still have some sun, still have some cool. It was just the perfect thing for us after we decided we want to have a benchmark of an international standard. So that thought process was really, really grueling, but we really want to bring out the best and the best of Barbados and blend it with our rich sporting culture also.
Yeah, there are heavy trucks passing in the background, a lot of activity as the organizers get everything in order for the 3K walk, the 5K, the 7K, the 10K, and the marathon. There will be a multitude of events for all age groups. You have to be 14 and older, though, to compete in the marathon. That's the age cutoff. Mariah, will I be seeing you running this year?
I'll be running down the cameraman, running down to get my interview, so running for sure. Yeah,
this is a SportsMax Run Barbados Marathon. We are title sponsors this year. We're going in heavy, and it promises to be a cracking event. And I thought that Lance was in studio, but Lance has hologrammed himself right here in front of us at our broadcast point. This is Lance Lott St. Aubin Whitaker right here. Yeah, taking in the preparations as we get ready for the Run Barbados. St. Maria in your way. Hi, Lance. Yeah, it's all going to be fun. And if you plug into SportsMax and the SportsMax app, you will get all of the coverage. It is one of the most scenic routes that any marathon course has been set on. It's happening in Barbados. SportsMax are producing it, and it promises to be a cracking event, Ms. Ramarak.
And as they say, come for the run, stay for the fun.
Excellent.
Wow. That's interesting. Sir Lance needs a tan on a number of levels, apparently.
I'm not sure what that was about. I saw Mariah laughing, but I thought she was laughing because Argentina just won their quarterfinal.
Barely.
Because she's my friend. She's not supposed to find that funny.
Well, when you're around George, you tend to just, be pulled into his own gravitational pull. So I get it. But yeah, we're talking about the Pearl of the Caribbean, right? I've never been there. I'm a little bit jealous that they're actually there.
Yeah.
But beautiful shots that we saw there. Lance.
Yeah, I did live coverage on that event while I was in Barbados in about, I think it was 05 or 06. Mm-hmm. And at that time, the event wasn't run that route. It started by the airport, and most of the event was run through the Christchurch parish.
Oh, so they don't circle Barbados twice?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought it was that small.
No.
Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, and I'm saying they went through St. Michael and then they would finish up by Bay Street near the government house. But the route is completely different here. This route, clearly more scenic. There were aspects of the previous route that went along the beach, but this one is going to be a lot along the beach, so it's going to be more scenic than it had been.
I was going to ask if it's actually flatter, but are there really any,
they're inclines.
They're inclines.
Yes, inclines. Okay. But Barbados doesn't have mountains. They have a few hills.
Right. Mounds.
Yes, but I think based on the route that they're taking I think it will be enjoyable for the competitors because, 26.2 miles, Donald, isn't easy. I'm not sure why marathon runners choose to run a marathon because it's something I wouldn't do.
Really?
Not even a half marathon I would do.
You've done a 5K before, right?
No, never. I don't run long distances.
No, I said 5K. It's not that long.
5K is long. I'm a sprinter. I run hundreds and 200s, that's it.
Not even a walk? A 5K walk? No. You wouldn't try it?
I would, yeah, but...
Oh, you would try it?
Yeah, but half marathons, not for me. I have maximum respect for these distance runners.
Yeah, me too, because I'd actually never do it. Anyway, we'll take a short break, back with so much more after this, including a look back on Argentina's late run into the semis of the World Cup. Stay with us.